Uh, hey, how did you get in here? Okay. Obviously, you have the key. I gave you the key, but also, why? I didn't think you would actually use it without. Um, why are you looking at me like that? You're doing the face. Don't do the face. Don't do this that serious face. That serious face. I don't like the serious face. The serious face usually means that you're about to tell me something that I don't want to hear. You know, like the time that you said we should start splitting the check, or when you told me that my lasagna was just fine. Okay, you're not laughing. You're upset. You're really upset. Okay, so what's wrong? Did something happen? Are you okay? Do I need to do? Uh, oh, oh dear. I mean, what's that? That's yes. I can see it's a news article. Should read it. Read it. City's mysterious menace strikes again. It's a very dramatic headline, very clickbaity. What does this have to do with? Uh, okay, so how much do you know? Okay. So like, wait, hang on. I can explain. I can explain that. I can explain all of that. I can explain most of it. Well, okay, I can explain some of it. Okay, all right. First off, I am not a villain. I don't know where people are getting that. That's weird. I mean, villain, that implies malicious intent. I have never had a single malicious thought in my life. I am a hero. I am. I help people. It's literally all I've ever done. What article? Uh Traffic chaos as lights malfunction for third week. Okay, well, okay, that one's technically okay. So that one is my fault, but that's not what it sounds like. Okay, see, I noticed that you kept getting stuck at red lights on your commute, like every single one, and you were always complaining about how it add like 20 minutes to your drive, and you were showing up to work stressed, and stress is bad for your heart. And I thought, what if the lights were green? What if all the lights were green? What if they were just always green for you? So you could get to work on time and not be stressed, and maybe smile a little more in the mornings. And I just I will admit that I didn't think about the cross traffic, or the pedestrians. Or there were some car accidents, but in my defense, you were never in any of those accidents, right? Like, you got to work on time every single day. I call that a success story. Uh-huh. Another headline: local sports team under investigation after rivals equipment failure. Oh, come on. That How can that even count? You were so excited about the playoffs. You talked about it for weeks, and then their star player was going to. It was. You said it was going to be a blowout. Everyone said so, and I couldn't watch you be disappointed. You get this look when you're disappointed. This little crumple right there between your eyebrows, and I hate that. I hate seeing it. So I made sure that the other team had some equipment malfunctions. Just minor ones, just barely noticeable. Barely noticeable. Oh, the backup goalie was fine. He only needed 12 stitches, and that sounded... Okay, that sounded worse than it did in my head. Okay, another headline. We stop at the headlines. Okay. Housing market nightmare. Mysterious damages to homes for sale leaves buyers baffled. Okay, so this one has a perfectly reasonable explanation. Well, okay, so you mentioned you mentioned casually, just in passing, that you were thinking about moving, and I looked into the listings in the neighborhoods you mentioned, and they were nice. They were really nice. They were too nice. Like, you would definitely move there and be happy, and maybe meet someone in your new neighborhood kind of nice. And your current house is great. It is a great house. The property value could be a little higher, though. And it should be higher. Like, it would be higher if there weren't so many comparable homes on the market driving down the average. So, I removed some of the competition. Yeah, strategically. With a crowbar. And also some termites. And one very small, very well-contained fire. Anyway, you wouldn't believe your home value went up 18%. So there you go. Oh, what does that look? What do you mean it's always about you? Well, not always. I help people, plural, people, plural, people in general, the general people, general public, the greater good. I do it for the greater good. All of those have just been they've all been about you, just because that's just a coincidence. It's a coincidence. Stop looking at me like that, please. No, I did it for the greater good. Yes, I did it for you. I did it for you because I love you, because Hang on, that's not what I meant to say. I wasn't supposed to say. I forget I said that. That was just a slip. That was a little verbal. I misspoke. I meant to say I loathe you, which is a very different word. You're being so judgy right now, and I loathe that. Fine, yes. Yes. I love you. I have loved you. God, I don't even know how long it's been anymore. Like years, maybe? Since the thing with the coffee shop, maybe, or maybe before that. I don't know. It just all sort of blends together, but all I know is that you don't feel the same. I'm your best friend. I'm your buddy. I'm your pal. Your friend, the girl who shows up with pizza and lets you vent about your dating life. As if it doesn't hurt every single time. Do you know how many of your dates I've sabotaged? None. 0. It was a joke. Okay, 3. I've sabotaged 3. But they were very wrong for you. Objectively, I was doing you a favor. The point is, I do love you. And when you love someone, you want to protect them, right? You want to make their life easier. You want to remove obstacles and inconveniences and sources of stress from their path, just so that they can be happy. I just want you to be happy. I also just didn't think about collateral damage or property damage. Or the federal investigation into the sports thing, apparently. There's more? What more is there? Come on. All right. This is old. Mysterious vigilante saves man from armed robbery, disappears before police arrive. That was years ago. Where did you find this? You were walking home from the bar that night, the one with the trivia night, and you had texted me that you were leaving. I kind of just I just had a bad feeling, so I followed you. Like, not in a creepy way, you know, just in a protective way. And there was a guy in the alley by your apartment. He had a knife, and you didn't see him, but I did. And I just didn't think. I just moved. I don't even remember what I did exactly. One second he was coming toward you, and the next second he was on the ground, and you were safe, and I just ran. That was the first time. That was the first time I did something like that. Of course, nobody knew it was me. They just sort of credited some mysterious vigilante. That might be the one time I did something actually heroic. You know? Like, with no collateral damage, no moral gray area. Just saving somebody I love from getting hurt. Nobody knows it was me. Somebody else took credit later, and there I was. I saved your life, and you thanked some nameless stranger in a Reddit post, and I just smiled and nodded and brought you soup because you were shaken up. And that's kind of where it started. After that night, I kept thinking, like, what if there's a next time? What if I'm not there next time? What if something happens to you and I could have prevented it? So I started preventing things. It was little things at first, you know, like maintaining your car so that it never broke down, or hiring regular inspections of your apartment's electrical system to keep it from having issues. But then it just escalated. I kept finding new problems to solve before they were problems, new ways to make your life easier. And every time I fixed something or I prevented something, I just felt useful, important. I felt like I was earning my place in your life, even if you didn't know it. I thought, you know, I can't be your girlfriend, but I could be something. Guardian angel, maybe. I mean, the news started calling me a villain, a menace, a threat to public safety, and maybe I am. Maybe they're right, but I mean, if I'm being honest, I would do it all over again. You know, every traffic light, every sabotaged game, every house I vandalized to benefit you. I would do it all again. Any day of the week, because the alternative is a world where something bad happens to you and I could have stopped it. I could have prevented it. I know that this is not normal. I know that it's not healthy. I should have just... I should have just talked to you about how I felt instead of becoming some one-woman agent of chaos dedicated to your comfort and safety. But I was scared. I was so scared. Scared of you rejecting me, scared of ruining what we have, scared of losing you entirely, and scared that if you knew how much I loved you, you would drift away. You'd not want it. I would have made things weird, and I would have to watch you live your life from a distance instead of being a part of it. And now you know everything, like not only the love stuff, but the villain stuff and everything and all of it. So So what? What happens now? Are you not mad? Are you not mad? You don't. Okay. A little. Hey, a little mad is fair. That's fair. The fire was probably too much. The fire was too much, was it? Yeah. You want to. You want to talk about it? Talk. I can, sure, I can talk. I can not running away, not calling the authorities. You're not doing any of that. You just want to talk. I can talk. We can talk. What do you want to talk about? Oh. You do? Do you really, like, the same way? For how long? For how long? Seriously, 2 years? You've had feelings for me for 2 years. And you didn't say anything. Dude, I committed crimes from you. I am on a watch list. And this whole time Oh. Yeah, no, I didn't say anything either. We are both idiots. We are both complete and utter idiots, but we're idiots who like each other. You like me. So so what do we do now? What do we do now? Yeah. Yeah, okay, dinner. Dinner is a good start. I like the idea of dinner. But also maybe it's somewhere outside the city, just in case somebody recognizes me from. Yeah. And also, I suppose we could talk about boundaries and how to express love in ways that don't involve property destruction. Okay. So for the record, I said that I wasn't, so I would do it. I am sorry. I am sorry for all of it now. The chaos, the collateral damage, the fact that you found out this way instead of me just telling you. I should have trusted you. I should have trusted us. And instead of trying to just control everything to keep you safe. But I do mean what I said. I do love you, and probably too much, and definitely in ways that need professional help. I am not just coming to this realization. I promise you, I've known. And I will get it. Because I do love you. Is that okay? Okay. So, about dinner, I know a great Italian place. It's very romantic, excellent wine list. I may have gotten their health inspector to overlook some violations so that they wouldn't close down because I know you like carbonara. But that one was barely illegal, barely, like hardly, more of a technicality really. And the inspector would have just shut them down briefly, and then they would have been open the next day after they'd gotten everything fixed. So instead they just got everything fixed. It's good. And also their carbonara is really, really good. So we can add that to the list of things to discuss over dinner. We can go over all of it. The traffic lights, the sports thing, the housing market manipulation. Honestly, I think you're going to be impressed. Honestly, because some of these things were not easy. I had to put a lot of thought into some of the termite thing alone. That took weeks of planning. Do you know how hard it is to wrangle termites? They're not the most cooperative creatures. They have a brain the size of a grain of sand. It's you can't reason with them, no matter how hard you try, and I did try.